Hello friends, today we discuss ecological adaptations in xerophytes. Xerophyte, xero means dry and phytes means plant. So, a xerophyte plant is a plant which is able to survive in an environment with little availability of water or moisture. Plants like the cacti and other succulents are typically found in deserts where low rainfall is the normal phenomenon. But few xerophytes can also be found in moist habitats such as tropical forests, exploiting niches where water supplies are limited or too intermittent for mesophytic plants. Plants that live under Arctic conditions may also have a need for xerophytic adaptations, as water is unavailable for uptake when the ground is frozen. Their leaves are covered with silvery hairs. Adaptations of xerophytes include reduced permeability of the epidermal layer, stomata and cuticle to maintain optimal amounts of water in the tissues by reducing transpiration. Adaptations of the root system to acquire water from deep underground sources or directly from humid atmospheres and succulents or storage of water in swollen stems, leaves or root tissues. The typical morphological consequences of these adaptations are collectively called xeromorphism. Now, types of xerophytic plants. Xerophytic plants are classified into such categories on the basis of their morphology and life cycle pattern. Ephemeral annuals. These plants are also called as drought evaders or drought escapers. They are annuals and complete their life cycle within a very short period. They do not withstand dry regions or but actually avoid them. Example, Argemon mexicana and Solanum xanthocarpum. Succulents. These plants grow in habitats with less or no water. They store water whenever it is available. They have succulent and fleshy organs like stems, leaves and roots, which serve as water storage organs and accumulate large amounts of water during the brief rainy seasons. Example, Euphorbia and Opuntia. Non-succulents perennials. These are drought resistant and called as true xerophytes. They possess a number of morphological, anatomical and physiological characteristics which enable them to withstand critical dry conditions. Example, Calotropis, Acacia, Casuarina and Nerium. Succulent plants typically store water in stem or leaves. They include the Cactaceae families, which typically have stems that are round and store a lot of water, often as in cacti where the leaves are reduced to spines. Their leaves are vestigial or they do not have any leaves. Now, adaptations in xerophytes. First of all, morphological adaptations. Plants growing in habitats where water supply is absent or physiologically dry are called xerophytes. Xerophytes classified based on their morphology, physiology and life cycle pattern. Plants growing in dry or arid zones are called ephemerals or drought evaders or drought escapers. Example, Tribulus. Ephemerals are annuals and complete their life cycle in 6 to 8 weeks. Xerophytic plants absorbing more water during rainy season and storing them in different body parts are called succulents or drought avoiding plants. Succulents store water in the form of mucilage. Leaf succulents are Bryophyllum, Aloe and Agave. Root succulents as asparagus. Perennial plants which can withstand prolonged period of drought are called non-succulents or true xerophytes. Example: Casuarina, Nerium, Ziziphus, Calotropis. All three major groups of xerophytes have some common adaptations to survive in very dry conditions. Characters of roots. Root system in xerophytes is very well developed with extensive branching and often longer than shoot system. Root hairs and root caps are very well developed. Stems. Mostly stems are stunted, woody, hard and covered with thick bark. In some xerophytes, stem becomes underground. In some plants, stem becomes fleshy, green, leaf-like phylloclades covered with spines. Example: Opuntia. Stems are usually covered by hairs and or with waxy coatings. Characters of leaves. Leaves are very much reduced, small, scale-like and sometimes modified into spines to reduce the rate of transpiration. Lamina may be long, narrow, needle-like or divided into many leaflets as in acacia. Foliage leaves become thick, fleshy and succulent or tough and leathery in texture. Example: aloe. Leaf surfaces are shiny, glazed to reflect light and heat. Example: Calotropis. Now, anatomical feature of xerophytes. Epidermis is covered with thick cuticle to reduce the rate of transpiration. Epidermal cells may have silica crystals. Epidermis is multilayered in Nerium. Waxy coating is present on leaves and stem. In Calotropis, stomata are generally confined to lower epidermis of leaves called hypostomatous. Stomata are present in pits called sunken type of stomata. They are lined with hairs. Example: Nerium. Mesophyll is differentiated into palisade and spongy parenchyma. Mechanical and vascular tissues are well developed. Thank you.